Welcome to Life as God Intended. I'm Don, and today you're joining me on the beautiful Indian River Lagoon here in Vero Beach, Florida. And the subject that I'd like to discuss with us today is an important one. And I want to start with a question. Do you have a teachable spirit? You say, well, what is a teachable spirit? I'm always encouraged when someone that comes for counseling has a teachable spirit, because it's just going to be so much easier to work with them and for them to experience God's answers and solutions to the situations that they're facing. Well, in short, I would say that a teachable spirit is our availability to His ability. Our availability to His ability. The psalmist David prayed for us in the Psalms chapter 25 and verses 4 and 5, the following prayer. He said, actually this was his prayer, but we could make it ours. He said, make me know your ways, O Lord. Teach me your paths. Lord, lead me in your truth and teach me, for you are the God of my salvation. For you I will wait all day. See, David didn't have all the answers, and he wasn't in a hurry to allow God to reveal to him what he needed to know in the current situation that he was facing. And that's the key. We must all come before God as a humble disciple of Christ, recognizing that we haven't got it all figured out, and that we need to, Lord, step by step, day by day, moment by moment. Those that think they do have it all figured out need to be reminded of what the Apostle Paul said, his admonishment, where he said that knowledge puffs up and brings arrogance with it, but love builds up. Again, the love of the Father is the one that will develop relationship with you. And so a teachable spirit is a humble spirit. The person who has a teachable spirit is a person who is humble. But it's important that we understand this about humility, and that is that a person who is humble has a modest view of themselves, what we might call their own self-importance. So humility is a lowly view. So I would suggest that if you're aware of your own humility, it's evidence of pride and not humility. You see, a prideful person is not teachable, because they have that know-it-all attitude. It might be said that the first step of being humble and experiencing a teachable spirit is to recognize one's propensity to be proud. It's not like we don't have those fleshly propensities, we do. And so a person with a teachable spirit understands that not only do they not have it all figured out, but they're also eager to learn what God is wanting to reveal to them for the current situation they find themselves. They are also aware of their own fleshly tendencies, and as a result allow Christ to kind of guard their hearts so that they don't walk after the flesh. C.S. Lewis once said that humility is not thinking less of yourself, it's thinking of yourself less. I really like that quote. That states it well. And so a teachable spirit is one which appreciates that the ways of God are past finding out. Romans 11:33. We're never going to figure this thing out. It's not about figuring it out. The Christian objective is not having correct doctrinal opinions and having all of the answers to all of life's problems, but rather it's the willingness to be disciples who are learners and followers of Jesus Christ. You see, faith is forever teachable. Remember that. Faith is forever teachable. But belief seeks to get it all figured out. And faith is simply our continuous receptivity to whatever God's doing. From faith to faith, we live the Christian life. And so every Christian should be learning from a spirit teacher. And Jesus informed his disciples that the Holy Spirit would be that teacher, that he would be their teacher in their learning process after his resurrection. In fact, he said that another in John 14:18, just like him, would be him in spirit form. And that's exactly what the Apostle Paul writes about there in 1 Corinthians chapter 15 and verse 45, when he says that the last Adam, and that's of course Jesus Christ, became a life-giving spirit. And so it's the indwelling presence of Christ as our life. He is the spirit teacher, and he is the one that wants to reveal himself to us. And so it's the Holy Spirit, the Spirit of Christ, that would come alongside to us as the paraclete, the teacher, the helper, the counselor. So may I encourage you today and to walk humbly before your God, to be aware of the life-giving Spirit, the Spirit of Christ within you, and that you would have that teachable spirit that you might experience life as God intended. We hope that you were encouraged and blessed by this video. We would love to hear from you and get your feedback and interact. If you have a testimony that relates to today's discussion, please share it below in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and click that notification bell so you don't miss any of our broadcasts. Be sure to check out our blog on our website, which is in the description below. And if you'd like to support our work financially, we have also provided the link. And until next time, may you experience life as God intended.